Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
So that's got things underway.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do. I'm probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
And the pass is intercepted. Howson.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Yamal. That's an excellent interception. Xavi Alonso. Look at the spec. And Marmouche!
Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
McAllister, he's had it taken off him.
Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Oh, that's a key interception. He's looking wide. Rafinha
Goes on a charge down the left.
skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others in.
He's had a shot! Goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay onside, Peter. That was really clever.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Stoichkov, and this is Del Piero.
Del Piero
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Del Piero. And it's Reinders. No, it's come to nothing. Xavi Alonso. Now it's McAllister.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
Brilliantly cut out. Little pass back. Threads one in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nicked it back promptly.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he cuts out the supply.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Del Piero. Stoichkov. Can he finish?
And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tottenham with the corner. They're first. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Yamal.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And he's straight offside.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
Big chance!
And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Looking for options for movement. And this is Marmouche. He is through here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Howson.
Could be danger here. Yamal! Xavi Alonso.
Well, for me, he qualifies as a determined manipulator. He won't take no for an answer.
Now it's Yamal.
And he was alert to it. And the shot! They've scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he get it through? He's a sharp little ball here.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, that had the makings of... And the finish! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's delivered all right!
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Tottenham get themselves into the lead.
2 added minutes has
Yamal
been
is
indicated.
sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Beckham.
Tries to pass it through.
And the first 45 minutes are up.
So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Number 20.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Now it's Mbappe.
Now it's Ronaldinho.
It's a really well-measured ball.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Howson spots it and intercepts. Serginho.
There he goes, motoring forward. Tries a shot!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's played in here. Pass somewhat off target.
Barcelona needing a change of fortune here.
Looking for the run. And he's there to retrieve it. Now that looks a decent ball.
Goes for a shot! Oh, taken with style! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Mbappe, and this is Ronaldinho. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Beckham. Aimed beyond the defence. Now that is a hefty challenge. Well timed, excellent interception. Ronaldinho. McAllister. And he's picked out the run. And he's running through. It's Ronaldinho! They've got to be quick to recover this. Showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shoots! Zanetti. Reinders. Nuno Mendes. And he was quick to react. Costa Curta. And he's intervened well there. Looking to play him in. He's in a great position here. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Yamal. Now, can they get him? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Barcelona have their second corner now, and it's been taken short. Now then, the ball's come loose. Here comes the cross. In he goes again! It's loose, and there's a shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. You give him an inch, and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Barcelona go into the lead.
Well, I think he can write this lot off.
Face to face with the keeper. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Into the last 5 minutes. Knocks it into space. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000. And Messi! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Indonesia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And that's caused a worry or two.
Looking for a runner.
That's beautifully weighted.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
Yamal! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Lamine Yamal has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Marmouche goes for a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Alexander-Arnold
goes short. Marmouche.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Has a shot!
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game.
He's having a go! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Indonesia are looking to go forward now. And he's intervened well there. Looking to play him in. Zanetti. Yamal.
Shot chance, surely!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking for the run.
Marmouche.
Barcelona are trailing against the run of play. Vardiol makes the interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He can run onto that. That's the keeper's ball. And it's Serginho. And there's green grass ahead of him. That is good alertness. Now it's Yamal. Rice. And it's been played through. Vardiol calmly anticipates. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And they're back on the ball again. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Guardiola gets over and intercepts. Reinders. Barcelona finding their passes. Koundé. Van Nistelrooy. It's a pretty loose pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Picked out. Chance for a shot! Fantastic from Marmoush! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came.
Shot a goal! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Van Dijk gets it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal.
Oh, great feat, that.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Alexander-Arnold plays it in. And he was alert to it.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Oh, that's a key interception. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. He's a sharp little ball here. Costa Curta. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And there's the end of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Barcelona are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And the action is back on the way. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking for options for movement. Mendes promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Dijk. Rafinha is onto it in a flash. Zanetti. Koundé gets across to intercept that. And that pass just didn't quite work. He's played it long. And this is Messi. Oh, tries a shot! And that's definitely not his best. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a cute ball. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Serginho. Not the most accurate pass. Reinders. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's bustling through here. Serginho.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's a little off target. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer. Now this could be a chance. Rice. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aimed beyond the defence. Serginho. Rice. Messi. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Reinders. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it into space. Oh, good-looking ball. Vardiol cuts out the pass. Pedri tries to play it through. Played into space out wide. And he's managed to get free. Looking for a corner. Barcelona have their third corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And that is expertly dealt with. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Now that's well seen too.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Can he finish? Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, played right into his path. And that was very necessary.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 19. Serán sustituidos
Zanetti.
por el dorsal 10.
Threads one in.
El dorsal 11.
That looks a cracking ball.
El dorsal 8.
And he's certainly onside here. Well, that has not gone well. That's really nicely played. And that is masterful defending. And it's Zanetti.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get...
And Messi! Oh, crossbar! Delivery from Mbappe. Rice. Serginho. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pedri. And Mendes. And they've got a throw.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6 será reemplazado
good
por
steal, he just
el dorsal
read it.
18. Casa.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Great defending, strong and determined. It's run loose here. He has a look up. He's had a shot! They've done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And he's in on... Oh, shooting chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then.
Shapes to shoot! And it's in! And what a climax we have here! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And yes, it's him again.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Indonesia are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of full...
Lee Kang-in! Oh, it's come off the upright.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Messi. 4 extra minutes added on. And we're done. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that,